So after the body comes the mind. And here, how about some self-love? Yes, I know, self-love, what a weird word. Everybody's talking about self-love. But if you don't have self-love, how are you going to get through these hard times sometimes? What about you lashing out? If you can come at that with some self-love, if you can bring some self-love to your thoughts, that's the basis of everything, yes. And then for your mind, also meditation. I know, meditation is this word everybody throws around, and you're probably like, oh, I tried to meditate. But it didn't work. But I just want to let you know, I have so many meditations that are so unlike any meditation you've ever done. For example, there's the emotional reset meditation that you can do for 21 days, and it is amazing, and it's unlike anything you've ever done, and it's going to actually help you release some of that trauma from the body. And then you use a beautiful affirmation, a mantra, to seal this beautiful energy and healing energy into your body. But anyway, meditation. Find a meditation that works for you, and it could just be 3 minutes a day sitting and watching your breath. Because the thing is, meditation helps you to become aware of your thought patterns. And that can help you when you're in your luteal phase and these same thought patterns keep coming up, like, oh, nobody's showing up for me. I always have to do everything on my own. There's something wrong with me. I'm unlovable. You're going to start noticing these thought patterns because you've been meditating. And so when they come up in your luteal phase, you will be less likely to believe them because you're like, oh no, you said that thing when I was meditating. I'm not going to believe you anymore. Yes, the thoughts are not always true. The thoughts that your mind has are not always true. Anyway, that's a whole topic for another day. So we have the meditation, we have the self-love, and then a really big part in this pyramid, right? The body is at the bottom, the mind is right here in the middle. A big part of healing the mind and working with your mind is trauma healing. Yes, I know trauma is everywhere. Everybody's talking about trauma, but the thing is, we all have trauma. There's always something that went wrong in your past that you held on to, that you gave meaning to. And usually the meaning is that there's something wrong with you, that you're not enough, that you can never get it right. Something like that has been lodged in you. And we need to release this trauma. You can do that with therapy. You can do it with hypnosis. You can do this with another professional, or you can heal this trauma on your own. Yes. And the thing is, in your luteal phase, this trauma comes up and you have so much pain. There's so much pain stored inside of you from this trauma, from these constant negative thoughts, that in your luteal phase, you're not able to hold it in anymore because the veil is becoming really thin. And that's when you have to discharge. That's when you feel like you have to discharge this energy, this pain. And that a lot of times comes out in anger, either in harming others or in harming yourself. So trauma healing, super important. Next one is acceptance, self-acceptance. It's time for you to accept yourself just as you are. I know that's a wild concept. Like, how can I accept my anger? How can I accept my depression? How can I accept my anxiety? How can I accept my bitchiness? That's a practice. It's not something that happens overnight, but it's something that must start happening. You must start accepting that you're going to have bad days. You're not always going to react in the perfect way. And how can you accept yourself in these times? And how can you just come back and be like, oh, and then activate that self-love, right? Self-love and acceptance go hand in hand. All right, a next one for healing the mind is inner child work. This kind of goes hand in hand with the whole trauma healing, because it's really important to begin speaking to your inner child, which is still in you, this frightened little child that was unloved, that was abandoned, that was pushed away, that was abused in any kind of way, that was not held up and celebrated, but that was kind of like pushed down and made small possibly, and you weren't allowed to be who you really wanted to be. And this is normal, because imagine, a busy adult, gets home from work, is super stressed, and there's this child just babbling on, or it's this child just being really loud, and the grown-up just wants to have a little bit of quiet, and the grown-up is like, shh, Be quiet. The child makes this mean something about themselves. So they might make this mean like, oh, I need to be quiet. Oh, I'm too much. Oh, I'm annoying. I'm a burden. Whatever it is. So you need to start doing some inner child work and connecting to your inner child. There are so many beautiful ways you can do that. There's a lot of information about that out there on YouTube, even like inner child healing hypnosis, inner child healing meditations. Or example, when you're starting to feel angry or frazzled or depressed or anxious, can you begin to start talking to yourself in a way that you wish a really loving parent would talk to yourself, would talk to you like, oh gosh, it's okay. I understand. Oh, you must be frightened right now. You know what? I'm here for you now. I'm here for you. I'm here to protect you. Things like that. So we can start, because what this does is this calms down your nervous system. And this puts your nervous system back into a relaxed mode. All right. So inner child work, acceptance. Oh, and here's a really big one, especially for us PMDD warriors, boundaries. Yes. Being able to say no, being able to say, I need to take care of myself now, being able to say, my body needs to rest right now. I'm going to rest without any guilt, without making myself wrong, that I'm not producing something. I need to rest. I need to take a step back. I need to move forward now. So boundaries are also protecting your energy a little bit. Because the thing is, a lot of time, we people with PMDD are highly sensitive, intuitive people. And you can feel the energy of other people. And the thing is, you're probably thinking, oh, I'm too sensitive, or, oh, I'm just making this up. But usually, you're spot on. You can feel the energy of other people. You can feel the annoyance, the disappointment, all these things. And sometimes you take that on. So it's a good thing to set boundaries to protect your own energy and to protect your needs and to get your needs met. Yes. So that's the mind. So we have the body, the mind, and the last part, the little tippity top of that pyramid is the soul.